So you two, and you've had two different partners as the third.
Yeah.
The third. And how did the third party? I forgot her name. I remember she still works with the church too.
Terry, yeah.
Terry,
She still works with Bishop Morton.
Yeah,
Because every time he comes through, she's like doing stuff.
Yeah, because she's
always
a member
busy.
there.
Yeah.
And how did she come into the mix?
We had to search for a third person. You know, when Chanel approached me about it, I was like, yes. And then we needed a third, and Kenneth Grant, our manager at the time, was friends with Terry.
Okay, so
And
that's how that worked.
yeah, that's how that came about.
Now, when Terry left, working with the church, and girlfriend from
Adrian,
She
yeah.
is our makeup artist.
Yeah.
So
Really?
Yeah.
So when we were looking for a third girl to replace Terry, we didn't want, we had auditions, we had all these different people kind of wanting to be a part of the group, but they weren't people we knew or had a rapport with. So we said, what about our makeup artist?
Yeah.
And
we were friends.
Were you privy to the fact that she could sing? I mean, because
Actually, not really. We wanted somebody who was going to be a friend to us because it's this is a business, but it's so much better when the hearts are connected and you have somebody that loves and respects you. That's way more important than somebody being able to sing you under a chair.
Yeah.
Like,
I hear you.
'cause if you can't deal with them, then what
At the end of the
good
day,
then?
what good is it?
Exactly.
Right.
So it was important to us to just have a friend, and then we found out, she's been in groups before, and she has some singing experience, so it worked out. Yeah.
And so now, we kind of just came full circle, really. People are like, well, what's going on? What happened? Angel and I just decided to, we wanted to go back to our high school days.
But you know what? That's okay, because everything is, as we had talked about with Wendy, cyclical. Everything is seasonal,
Yes.
And so, for whatever reason, in this season, God has put the focus back on you two, which actually is where the original passion came from. It came from you two. Nobody's going to appreciate the passion surrounding an effort better than those who originated it.
So right.
Very true.
So I get it. I get it, and I applaud it. For whatever it's worth, the two parties that were part of the group, they were, according to God's plan, supposed to be a part of the group for those seasons. But now this season, it's you two, and the message that is Trinity 5-7 falls on your shoulders to carry. And with this new project, you've got some great songs. Now, like I said, I heard the snippets, but tell them about some of the other songs. Because I told you there was what was that song that I told you? I told you, Angel. I told you it was. I don't have my piece of, because I wrote that little piece of paper. I made notes, and it was one song. I said I loved that, but I said over and over it was good. But it was another one.
Was it up?
No, it was a slow song, and it was one of those make you think songs.
An introspective song.
An introspective song. Yeah.
I wish I could.
What were the titles? Give me some titles.
Okay, that was kind of balanced. We had A New Day, Heaven Hear My Heart.
Heaven Hear My Heart. That was it. Heaven Hear My Heart.
Yeah.
I said, because I said to you afterwards, I said that I could hear you in that song. I could hear you actually speaking in that song. That song was you.
It really was. I was sitting down in the studio booth, and I just started reflecting on what it really cost us. People don't see the tears.
That was it.
They don't see it. They hear the song and they enjoy it, and it uplifts them, it inspires them. But we had to go through something just to create it. Before we hit the stage, somebody probably just came into our dressing room and said, "You going out there like that?" Right before we go on. I mean, literally undress us and dress us again and say, now this is what a Christian looks like, basically, is what we would, so many moments like that. And then we would have to just hug each other and say, you know what, let's just get ourselves together, get our minds together, go out there and just do it. But anyway, that song is kind of about that. Like, we go out and we hope that you like us. We hope that you love us. We hope that you hear our message. But we're saying to God, heaven, please hear our heart. Help us get through this. Help us. And he does. He answers us. He blesses us. And when it's over, if one person come back and say, man, that really, they're like, oh, okay, good. You know.
You shared something else too. You said, in expounding on that song, back then, you said, if I can't quote verbatim, but you said something to the effect, people don't even understand the fear. Every time we go out there, there's a fear that we have to deal with.
Yeah.
You know, explain that.
Well, fear is a gripping thing, and it's really not from God. It's from, you know, I'm not one of those people that blame everything on the devil. I don't really do that. I take a lot of responsibility, and so I have my own insecurities like anybody else, and so the fear comes from me. I hope, like anybody else, you want to be accepted. We want to be accepted, and so we always, many times, are afraid that we won't be accepted. And you know, a lot of people, whatever your profession is, you're not necessarily always on display when you're doing your job. We're on display when we're doing our job.
Everything's under the microscope. Yes.
You know what we're talking about.
Yes.
And so there's a fear there, but I feel like we're finally, you know, every day you're just a little closer to accepting your own self. And embracing your own self. And so we have some incredible people that just love us, support us. Uncle G, who's here with us right now, just, you know, just around good people, solid people that care. I always say, I want to work with people that care about me.
Right.
If you care about me, you're going to care about my project. You're going to care about how I affect people. You're going to care about all of that, but not just, you know, how you benefit or how the next person benefit. If you care, it's a different experience altogether.
It's mutually beneficial.
Yes, absolutely.